how sweet it is to be loved by you nerds. What is up? It's me, your buddy pal HeyArcher. Welcome back to HeyArcher Live here on Nerd Affiliated. So happy to have you guys and gals here with me tonight. I don't know why. The camera, again, is like acting kind of laggy. I don't know what it is. Is it eCam? Is it my internet? Do not know. But we'll find out at some point in the future. This is your weekly Thursday night nerdy talk show where we sit back and relax. I said we sit back and relax. And as I try to multitask, hopefully by now you've poured yourself a little bit of,
more specifically, vodka, whiskey, beer, tequila, more beer, more vodka, more whiskey, and more beer.
As we cruise into the weekend. And man, what a week it has been. But of course, if you have a YouTube channel, podcast, blog, vlog, OnlyFans, newsletter, smoke signals, whatever it may be, put it in the chat, support one another, plug yo shit. You know what? Just one more time.
More specifically, vodka, whiskey, beer, tequila, more beer, more vodka, more whiskey, and more beer.
Oh yeah. It's gonna be a good time. No major game plan today, but of course I'm talking about 3D printing, talking about some toy news, some Star Wars news that's been going around, all sorts of stuff. So if you have stuff you want to talk about, of course, let me know down below in the comments. But without further ado, we'll bring in the man, the myth, the legend. It is me. I am the problem. It is me. Good to see you guys and gals. Where's the chat? The chat's not on the screen. Did I do it again? Did I hide it again by mistake? I think I did. There it is. I also think I might know what I did wrong as far as the video goes. So I'll try to solve one problem at a time. For now, let's make you guys bigger. So we could see you on the screen. And then let me figure out what's going on with my video settings, because this be bothering me. So I do have it on 30 frames per second. And I'm hitting speed test. So I don't know what the deal is. I don't know if it's my camera. I don't know if it's eCam or what. Let me see if I switch this thing. Am I better? No. I feel like it's still slightly off. Yep. It's like laggy. I don't get it. Sorry. Slightly distracted. Let me adjust the colors real quick. There we go. Okay. This is as good as it's going to get. As good as it's gonna get. Let me also, sorry, as you can tell, I'm very not prepared today. But is that different from any other episode? I don't think so. So let me close some screens and move you guys up so I can actually read the chat. And now the chat's not moving over here. Hang on. See? Tech difficulties. Bring it back. There we go. Boom. All right. We're doing it. We got a heart on there. I don't know where that's from. Is that Facebook? I don't know. With the button. I need one more time. Just one more time.
Specifically, vodka, whiskey, beer, tequila, more beer, more vodka, more whiskey, and more beer.
Now let's get going. Let's get going. Patrick in the house. Good to see you. We got Tony in the house. Good to see you. Jamie in the house. Good to see you. Ultra Carta in the house. This is whoa. Good to see you. I am doing okay. I think you know what it is? You know what's frustrating? I spend a lot of time doing video editing and whatnot for my day job as well as for YouTube and all that. And the one thing I can't figure out is the video quality on my end dropping when I do this stream in this app. It makes no sense to me. It makes no sense to me. I don't have this issue on other apps, right? But at the same time, this app is like the best one for like all the stuff I like to do on this show. So I don't want to ditch it. And a couple of you stopped by the other day. I was doing a test on the app Riverside, and it just wasn't like it's cool. I like using it for my daytime job, but I was not enjoying it as far as doing this show in particular. So we're back here to Ecamm, but I just cannot figure out like what's the deal with the video quality. It bothers me. It bothers me a lot. Let me do one other thing real quick before we continue. Like I said, I was behind. I was doing some 3D printing stuff because that's the new addiction. So I'm doing well as far as that goes. Shout out to Tony in the house. Good to see you. Dave's Dimension in the house. Good to see you. We got VJ in the house. Good to see you. We got the Man Collects in the house. Good to see you. Yes, saying hi to each other. Love that. Love that. The IG post lied. It advertised Archer in blue and yellow spandex. That's true. So I'll hit the button for myself.
Boo! Boo! Rubbish! Filth! Slime! Muck! Boo! Boo! Boo!
I got no rebuttal. I got nothing. By the way, if you can, hit the like button, hit subscribe, and hit the bell to get notified when the show actually goes live. Not when I say I'm going to go live, but when it actually happens. Because you know how it be on the show. You know how it be. Again, love it. You guys all saying hi to each other. A little rum and coke for you. There you go. Love that. Love that. We're saying hi to each other. The Outer Dimension podcast coming back with Dave and Dre. Make sure you guys follow for that. We got Vamp Gothic in the house. Good to see you. Graphical Lex in the house. As tech professionals, have you tried turning it off and on again? That is usually what most of the time when I'm late to the show, it's for that reason that I turned it on and off again. I'm wondering. Let me check something real quick on the camera. Hang on. Talk amongst yourselves. All right, tried one more thing. Still looks a little wonky. Is what it is. But yeah, a lot of times when I'm late to the stream, it's actually because I did turn it on and off again. I do that quite a lot. So there's that. But it's frustrating. It is truly frustrating. And I do want to say that I appreciate all of you who do come by every week and hang out with me and deal with the BS that happens sometimes with the tech on the show. Because as somebody who does production for this kind of thing, it bothers me. But that makes me appreciate you guys even more for always showing up. Thank you so much. From Big Bad Toy Store, you received more Elite 116 AJ Styles to use parts for fix-ups. Elite Mustafa Ali and Flame Toys Farah Model Acre. I don't know what that is. And then from Walmart, you got a WWE Basic LA Knight to use the update. Sorry, to use the head to update my Elite 120 LA Knight fix-up. And knew he looks better with the basic head. What's going on with LA Knight anyway? I feel like LA Knight was on like this huge, rise, especially amongst the fans. And then once CM Punk came back, that was like nail in the coffin of like LA Knight doing stuff, I don't get it. I'm gonna try one more thing on the camera. Sorry. Let me just see. We'll see if that does any better. But already I could kind of see it has not. Damn it. 3D printing is an addiction to those who don't appreciate it. Oh, see, now it's like worse. God, golly. Let me turn off the camera. And then we're going to turn on the camera. And see if that does anything. Slightly better, I guess. Maybe. Let me switch to this other thing. See if that does anything. There's also this other option. Ooh, now it's like super blown out. Ugh, and now I can't change it back. Golly. Hang on, bear with me. We're going to make it. We're going to get through this. We're going to get through this. We're going to do it. We're going to do it. We're going to do it. And now it's like, boom. All right. We'll keep on trying. We'll keep on trying. Sup slime time. Good to see you. Just struggling. So how's everyone doing tonight? 20 seeing everybody. Anyone want to see a dead body? That's how I feel right now. Ghostbusters Gear on IG teasing files for a slime blower. So it's actually somebody else's files that he's printing. And it looks really good. It looks really good. Oh, shoot, he's back. Nothing. I appreciate that. Legacy of Nerd in the house. Good to see you. Casual Nerd in the house. Good to see you. WWE is ruining LA Knight. And at this point, LA Knight should go back to TNA as they at least have the guts to make him a true top star and make him a world champion. Yeah. Everybody's saying hi to each other. You have my problem this week. LOL. I know your pain. Yeah. I don't get it, but it's fine. I'll stop trying to be a perfectionist when it comes to the stream and just proceed to give you what you need. That being said, nerdaffiliated.com, your one-stop shop for all things nerd affiliated, whether it's links to the latest live show, latest Daily Planet, latest pictures, you can head there. If you're into the Ghostbuster side of things, you can head up to realnerdbusters.com or just hit the picture and find all of our Ghostbuster related stuff. All of that is there. But then you can also hit us up on Instagram, on Facebook, Nerd Affiliated, and then the Real Nerdbusters on Instagram and Facebook as well. So yeah. You got your Magnolia clothes, RGB Venkman, and I love it. Best wishes to you and your family. Yeah, best wishes to you too. That's awesome. I know the Northern California guys are gonna do an unboxing as well for that same suit, I believe, but they got the wrong one in the mail, and a lot of people have mentioned how they get the wrong stuff from Magnolia all the time. It's like a thing. It's a thing. You want a patch on the shop? Dude, I trying on that one. So I reached out to somebody. I won't put anybody on blast. I won't put anybody on blast. Whoa. How did I just make the chat so large on my screen? I'm not gonna put anybody on blast, but I did reach out to somebody and was giving them time to get back to me as far as the patches go, and nothing yet. So I'm gonna nudge them at some point. But I don't know. I might just go with who we used previously, but I really want to use this other person. So we'll see what happens. I'm just going to move on down at this point and show you a print. There's actually something downstairs. There's actually two things downstairs that are currently drying. By the way, RIP to Christmas, man. It sucks getting to that time of the year where it's time to take down everything. And I don't want to get rid of the tree, but it's got to go. It's got to go. So that's this weekend. But what I have in my hands, the Good Samaritan from Hellboy. And this is not painted or anything yet. I just glued everything together. Let me move myself over. I glued everything together. There's a couple pieces missing, but I'm able. Unfortunately, the model I got was not one where the barrel spins and this is not pivoting. I could try to modify it so it does that, but I'm like, you know what? I'll just go with this as is. And if I do want those actions, I found another model that does that. But I put a magnet in there so I could at least put that on and off. And then when I finish with the bullets, which I already printed, I can put those in there. And there you go. This is super dope. This is amazing. And that's where I'm at right now with the 3D printing. I'm just like, oh, I've never had that prop. I think it'd be cool to have that prop. Let me find it and print it. That's where we're at. But it's also now opening a can of worms because I'm thinking maybe I do a Hellboy cosplay. Maybe I do a Cyclops cosplay. What do you guys think? What do you guys think? And then to take it to another level, because you know how I'm all about the Ghostbusters universe being more than just Ghostbusters, right? And when I go downstairs and finally finish out that space, the idea is that it's very paranormal. Ghostbusters, but then other things as well. On the Real Nerdbuster Instagram page, we've been doing a lot of things that are not just Ghostbusters, but paranormal. And I was like, oh, what if I can do somehow a Ghostbuster Hellboy crossover? Dave commented it at the same exact time. That'd be cool. That'd be cool. So I'm very, very early stages of thinking about that and how that would work. But I think that'd be a lot of fun. I think it'd be a lot of fun to do that. Let me pull up our boy. I just, I can't figure out why we just can't get a good Hellboy release. We had the first one, obviously. But I feel like Hellboy is just such a cool character. And I don't understand. Maybe it's going to be better suited as a TV show. Maybe be better suited as a cartoon. But I feel like with the makeup and everything, they've nailed it so many times. When Ron Perlman was Hellboy, the attitude, all of it, nailed it. And it just can't stick. It just can't stick. And I don't know why. So actually, I do want to catch the maybe I'll do like a Hellboy marathon, because I don't think I've seen Was it Golden? What was the second one? Golden something? Golden Army. I don't think I saw that one. So maybe I'll do like a marathon. I'll watch the Golden Army. I can finally watch the Crooked Man, which utterly bombed. But then there's also the one that had Hopper in it. That one also did not do very well. I don't know. That one's not even showing up on the list. Was it in like 2012 or something? Hellboy. Oops. Yeah, it doesn't even like pop up here. I didn't make that up, right? Oh, it went back to 2004 again. Here we go. 2019. David Harbour. Yeah. I've never seen that one. So I gotta watch that too. But I just don't know why it doesn't stick. I don't know why it doesn't stick. Let me catch up on the comments. Oh, sorry. I'll switch back on the other screen as well. Oh, the suit you got was slightly off. Yeah, there's always something off with them. I'm actually getting interested in. Sorry, I'm interested. Let's try again. I'm actually getting interested in getting a few patches made before GB Day. A lot of patch trading goes down that weekend. That is true. That's true. You already got rid of your decorations on the 29th. Yeah, too early. I feel like it's just too early. Hell yeah, dude. I'm loving all the 3D printing projects you are cranking out. Trying, man. Trying. Proud of you, man. You're blowing me away with the results and off on the P1S. Yep. Hellboy pack. Be sick. And, going into Frozen Empire before it came out, I had made the post on Real Nerdbusters how I would love it if the Ghostbusters universe went down a path of more paranormal stuff, but also like magic wielding. And thankfully we got that in Frozen Empire. But I want more of it. I want more of that kind of stuff because I just feel like it works. It just makes sense. I'll actually show you guys what I printed. If you go to the Real Nerdbusters on Instagram, you'll see it in the stories, but I'll just pull it up here real quick. Here we go. So I printed Garaka's orb from Frozen Empire and did a rush, kind of paint job downstairs. I was going to try to make it like perfectly smooth and, make it look like almost like an original. But then in seeing some pictures, I'm like, oh, the thing's supposed to be worn anyway. So I'm just going to do some sanding and then prime and paint and all that stuff. But what's killing me about this? I noticed it in this picture when I sent it to Rex. On the left side, there's that line you see going down. Like the seam line. That's not the seam line. It's not even the seam line from the print. So I don't know what that is. I don't know what that line is. But now I'm like tempted to try to like fix that. Unless it is a seam line and it's like at a weird angle. Maybe that's it actually. Yeah, I think that's it. I see it clearly now on this scale. So I might go back in and try to clear that up. Or maybe not. I don't know. That's the other thing too. In doing this printing, I'm like having those battles of like, oh, do I try to make this thing perfect? Do I just let it go? What lessons can I learn here? And on this one, like I said, at a certain point, I was like, I'm just going to stop and just let it ride. But what I might even do for that seam line is, let's pull up the actual. So you can see like there are the parts where the letters are raised, which this one, the letters are indented. But then there's also these areas that just don't have anything on it. I realize you can't see my mouse. I'm sorry. But there's these areas that you can't see, or there's areas where there's no letters on it at all. You know, so maybe I just cover the seam line like blatantly with some, you know, filler and just paint over that as well. So it kind of looks like that, you know. But it's been fun. This has been this. What's cool about the 3D printing thing is it's satisfying my cosplay itch, but it's also satisfying my itch to collect collectibles because now I'm just making collectibles. You know, so it's been a good time. Gears are spinning, but are you gonna get Anthony to be your Abe Sapien? I should try to do that. Mod your Good Samaritan to be a Neutrona wand pistol. Right now we already have a wand pistol in the group, but maybe we need another one. Where is a picture? Trying to find a good picture. Let's go over here. Here we go. We're at Comic-Con. Was that last year that Anthony did that? Was the Neutrona rifle last year? Oh, shoot. That was last year. Wow. I am... What is time? You can see it back there. The Neutrona wand that Anthony has. Wow, that was last year. That was not this year. That is crazy. Oh, Anthony did get the trap. Okay. So that's the other thing too. You know, I've been messing around with the file for this. Maybe Anthony and I do a joint pack build. That could be fun. Where are you? Okay, so now we're at Ghostbusters Day. I posted way more than I thought. But then again, this is a whole 2 years ago. Which is crazy to think. Absolutely crazy to think. Here we go. That was the Comic-Con video. The HasLab. I swear I posted like a up close shot. Unless I didn't. Oh no, here we go. There's one in particular I'm looking for, but I don't see it. So let's go with this one up here. Yeah, so Anthony has the rifle. Maybe I make the Good Samaritan version. You know, blue, red, yellow, gold. With a cyclotron on it. Who knows? But that could be a lot of fun. Hellboy's on your mind, right? It's hilarious. Dude, it's hilarious that you posted about Hellboy the same day I had the same day I had assembled this. Like I had already printed it, and then I was like, I forgot. I posted a picture about it at some point. But then when I finally like had it assembled, and then you posted about Ron Perlman as well, and I'm like, damn, we all got Hellboy in the mind. Like, is there something in the Matrix going on right now? Like, what's happening? Ron Perlman says he will be down for a third one. That'd be great. Did you watch the Joe Velpus interview? Who's Joe Velpus? Vulpus? No, did he interview Ron Perlman? Was that what your... Oh, yeah. Oh, so that's where your post came from. And that's what Dave is probably referencing as well.
Happening?
No.
How come? Because the first two were successful.
People moved on.
The audience or the production companies? Or the studios?
Some of the creatives.
You wanted to still do it.
I thought we owed it to the fans. I still do. I'll do it now at 75 years old.
That guy's 75?
If the right person came along and says, okay. Because, I mean, it was meant to be a trilogy.
Right.
At the end of the second one, she's pregnant with twins.
Oh, spoiler.
And he still hasn't either destroyed the Earth or saved the Earth, which is his oracle. The third movie was going to have all that in it. It was going to be the resolve. And I thought that if you invited the fans to participate in 1 and 2 and not give them 3, you were performing some sort of a, what is it called? In
The service?
it should have happened.
Was the script ever written?
I don't know if there was ever a script, but I certainly know that Guillermo knew what the third movie was going to look like.
Was Hellboy 3 ever close to happen?
Oof, man. Bro, that guy's 75? He looks good. He looks good.
When you first saw that script from Guillermo, what'd you think of it?
Masterpiece. It was too good to be true because the Hellboy character spoke in one-word sentences in the comic book. So he needed to fill out. He needed to turn the movie Hellboy into a three-dimensional, living, breathing entity. And so since Hellboy is, with the way Guillermo conceived him, he's kind of like a big slob, underachieving, pizza-eating, cat-loving guy who would rather stay in his bunker and watch the Marx Brothers than go save the world, even though he has these superpowers. But he's such an underachiever. He just like wants to hang out with his dirty socks. He based the whole thing on me.
When you first saw that script from Guillermo.
Man, I love Ron Perlman, man. I love Ron Perlman. He's always going to be freaking beast to me. Always. Like goated. Goated. I don't remember really anything of the show. I feel like she may have been in like the theater industry or something. But I remember how he used to travel on the top of the subway cars to get places. Like that was his web slinging, you know? It was amazing. It was amazing. Young Linda Hamilton. It was great. But Ron Perlman is just like, I've said this so many times, where there's just people that, to me, they're like on the quote unquote good guy list. Like they're just one of the good guys. Like I feel like that's Ron Perlman. I just feel like he's just a nice guy. I didn't realize he was from New York. He's from the Heights. Went to Lehman College. That's hilarious. Didn't know that. Did not know that. But I feel like he's just a cool dude. But that's crazy. He's 75. That's crazy. He doesn't look it at all. Still acting. How far back can we go here? He was great in he was in Drive, wasn't he? I'm not making that up, right? He was in Drive. Pretty sure he's in Drive. I love Drive. Drive is just, when did Drive come out? 13. Oh, that's right. He was Slade Wilson in Flashpoint Paradox and Teen Titans Go. In the new Teen Titans, he was Alfred. Interesting. When did Drive come out? Oh, there you go. 2011. Drive only has a 7.8. What the hell? The helly? The helly? Going all the way back. Ron Perlman. 1979 is the first credit we have here. Beauty and the Beast went 55 episodes. Huck Finn. Yep. Oh, he's in Clay. Matt Hagen. Who's Matt Hagen? That wasn't the actual Clayface character. Isn't it like Dugan or something? Oh, I think that was his friend. That's crazy. What a career, man. What a career from the great Ron Perlman. I would love it if he did another Hellboy. I wonder physically if he could at 75 pull it off like that. And it would be weird to have his voice, but like not his physique there, or like, him physically there. So I don't know how it would work, but I mean, I would love to see it. We needed that third movie. And I feel like Guillermo, I mean, I don't think he would struggle to get it funded, but I guess maybe it comes down to the people who own it. Maybe it's on them. I don't know. Ron Perlman's Hellboy was great for what they were, especially the first. Yeah, Golden Army. Travel Foodie Warriors in the house. I thought we were updating the name. Spoiler. Good to see you. Because they don't finish the stories. Yeah, Ron's was built as a trilogy, but they only made it 2 films. Yeah, it had to. Yep. I ended up getting the P1S. I'm trying to tag you in a picture of me in my Magnolia suit, but I'm having trouble. Any recommendations? Tag the real Nerdbusters. Because I made, or even Nerd Affiliated, one of the two. Because I made HeyArcher private. For reasons. So you can, tag real Nerdbusters or tag Nerd Affiliated. And then let me know. How about a group mashup, cosplay Hellboy and the Winchesters and Ghostbusters? Oh, the Winchesters is that Supernatural? Because I haven't watched Supernatural. Don't kill me. Looks good. That's the orb. Yep. Add some hints of copper. Yeah. I want to do that. Add some highlights to it. Weather it up. Yeah. I actually was recording myself working on it downstairs, except for the part where I was painting it because I didn't want to get spray paint on the camera. But I filled a water bottle with some watered down black paint so I can, spray on some stuff. Yes, it was last year's Comic-Con. It's been a hot minute. Do you plan on wearing your RGB pack at Ghostbusters Day, considering it's the 40th anniversary of the real Ghostbusters? Is it really? Is that the real? Wow. Good call. I didn't even know that. I didn't realize that this was the 40th of that. Interesting. Dave, talked to Dan and the Buffalo team and whoever else, because whoever's doing merchandise this year, even though last year had an RGB feel to it, I think it'd be cool if they did a RGB type thing this year. Oh, nice. That suit looks good. Let me, all right, accepted it. Where did I do it? I did it on Nerd Affiliated. Is it also on? No. All right. So let's let me find it for you. There you go. Looks good. Yeah, I mean, and you got the Ecto Ordnance thing on the hat. Love that. They do a good job with the suits, but it's just like, are you going to get the suit you ordered? That's always the concern with Magnolia. I actually wanted to order one myself. I just didn't get a chance to. I think I showed it off last week, or maybe the week before that. They make good stuff. Oh, they added some holsters on there. Look at that. Anything on sale? No. Paranormal. Let's go there. Yeah. Yeah. They make good stuff. And then this is where it was annoying for the fellas at the Northern California Ghostbusters, because you pay the extra $30 for weathering, and then if you don't get the weathered one, it's like, I gave you the extra money. What the dealie? But the suits look good that they make. They look real good. So, I don't know. At some point, I would love to get one. But it's a game of dollars and cents. We'll love some more Hellboy with Ron Perlman. Yeah, he's the best. Yeah, he's great. Yeah, both legends. Yeah. Oh, well, that's Nostalgia Blast from the Past. Used to love that show. Yeah, man. Great show. Loved him in Alien Resurrection, which I still find underrated since it starred underrated actor Michael Wincott, who also did the phenomenal job in that movie. You know, I have to 1,000% agree. I have to agree. You know, it was this time period where I felt like Ron Perlman, he was the same character in this movie as he was in Blade 2. You know, we're approaching the Matrix, you know, style of things. And I thought the movie was good. I thought it was a real good movie. Now, I'm fine with this being a scenario where, like, Alien Resurrection is kind of like a one-off, non-canon thing, and everything else continues to be canon. You know, I'm fine with that. If people want to, you know, play that game. But you know, some of the things that happen here, they kind of rehash these kinds of things in the newer stuff. So, hell, we got some of this stuff in Stranger Things. When you really think about it. So I have no issue with Alien Resurrection. Really don't. And I remember being all in on it without even knowing the Alien franchise like that back in the day. But yeah, underrated. I would give you that. I'd say Alien Resurrection's underrated. People don't talk about it. They don't talk about it ever when it comes to Alien movies. The big L, I would say, with Alien movies involving Sigourney Weaver would be Alien 3. Yeah, I feel like that's the crap one. And then I know there was that clip the other day of James Cameron talking about, you know, you go through all of that in Aliens for them to arrive where they arrive and all the survivors are dead. You know, I see his point. Completely see his point. But yeah, Sons of Anarchy was great. I loved Sons of Anarchy. First job was Ryan's Hope. It was a soap opera on ABC. Okay. Awesome voice acting career. Yeah. Such a star. Yep. Soon. Yeah. Yep. Got it. We got Dada Films in the house. Oh, and I didn't hit the cheers for Travel Foodie Warriors as well. Shout out to you guys. The map is on sale. That's about it. Yeah. I was going to buy I think it was the orange jacket. I saw that was on sale at one point, and I was like, oh, should I do it? But at 2X, it wasn't going to fit me. So I didn't do it. Didn't do it. Steve in the house. Yeah, those suits are fire. They're dope. By the way, guys, if you've not done so, make sure to hit that like button and share it with a friend. You're gonna love the stuff they have on the GB1 site from them. Their boots, the belts are good, but it's no comparison to Tools and Talent. Tools and Talent. There you go. Ron Perlman is a Del Toro fan. Blade 2, Pacific Rim, Hellboy, etc. Yep. Alien 3 shouldn't be canon, if anything. Yeah. Yeah. Why am I drawing a blank on him? Oh, wow. That guy, yeah. Yeah, I'll give you underrated on him, too. The villain of the 90s. Villain of the 90s. We got Ray in the house. First time on stream. I don't think I've seen your name here before. Welcome. If I'm incorrect, I apologize. Never seen a single Alien movie. Start at 1 or later. Wow, never seen an Alien movie. I think just do the order. Right? Would you guys oh, they have bigger size as well? All right, cool. I think you guys would Team Jugs in the house. Yeah, start with AVP. It would be kind of like a starting with Empire Strikes Back or even New Hope, you know? You start in the battle of things and you're like, I don't know what's going on. And then you proceed from there. I think the Alien order is fine. I think the release order I think is fine. But you know, the first and second one are just so good. They are so good. And then if you've never seen the Predator movies, you got to do that too. You know, so I would do Alien 1 and 2. I would do Predator 1 and 2. And then with the Predator franchise, I would skip. I'd go straight to Prey after Predator 2. And then if you want to do the AVP stuff after that, you can do that. Predators. That'd be my suggestion. I agree, do the release schedule, then chronological. Yeah. Bro, I'm behind. No worries. Godfather 1, Godfather 2. Yeah. When you want to nerd out. That's what we do here. He was in The Prophet of Truth in Halo 2 and Death in Darksiders 2. Yeah. Yeah. Immediately I saw his face and I was like, oh yeah, I know that guy. Yeah, Prey. There are certain things that happen in life where you like had to be there. And I feel like Prey was that. Because when that movie dropped, first of all, the Alien and Predator franchises were kind of like DOA, right? We had L after L after L. And then you find out that there's this like movie coming out, Prey, and you're like, what is that about? Like there's Native American people in this movie. I don't know what it is. Is it a haunted movie? Is there ghosts attacking these people? And people kind of just skipped it. And then the rumors start to go around that it was a Predator movie. And then it finally drops. And watching it, you know, I guess similar to what Patrick says from time to time, watching Prey without seeing any trailers and knowing nothing about it, just going in blind, it was a great experience. It was a great experience. It's up there. I feel like you have to put Predator 1 in your number one spot. Like, I feel like you just have to. And then, like, you can't disrespect Donald Glover in Predator 2. You know, but, like, Prey's, like, right there with the both of those movies. And, you know, there are people that, you know, everything sucks, everything's woke, all this stuff. Like, I've talked about this ad nauseum at this point. There are people who bash this movie so hard before it even came out. Or sorry, the movie came out, they were bashing it. I went back and I was looking through videos and then I saw them all, you know, like, oh, this movie's coming out, blah, blah, blah. And they're like, how is this girl supposed to beat the Predator? Like, that's ridiculous. But I'm like, Did you not see Predator 2? Like, freaking Donald Glover is a freaking beat cop, and he beat the Predator, first of all. And then in this movie, to me, where they really nailed it was they beat the Predator up the whole way through. He gets wrecked the whole way through this movie. Fights a bear. So by the time he got to the girl and they had their fight scene, I was like, yeah, I could believe that she had a chance. For sure. If he was fresh out the gate, no. But that's also every Predator movie. If in every Predator movie, the Predator out the gate was going fresh at the human character, they'd all lose. So people who were attacking this movie, I'm like, you're literally butthurt that there's a girl lead character in it. You have to be. Because I can't figure out any other way that you would say there's no way she wins, and yet you have no issue with the first two movies. In fact, the whole plot and the whole exactly, we're all rooting for the dog. Yeah. The whole thing with the first movie, I have that running joke, and I don't think it's my idea. I feel like I do feel like I took this from somebody else, and I just don't know who. Predator is like two movies in one, right? Predator, the first half of the movie is a straight up action 80s movie where the military goes in and they kill everybody and they make it look easy. And then the second half of the movie is a horror movie where they are no longer the predators. They are the prey. And they get wiped. So like arguing that the girl shouldn't have won, it's like, bro, the humans were not supposed to win in any Predator movie. That's the whole point. That is the whole point. But people want to get all like, it's woke. Shut up. Is there anything you like? I don't know. Yeah, I remember actually watching with my wife at the time we started dating. Oh, no, 2022. So we were already dating. And the movie starts and she's like, I'm not going to keep watching the movie if the dog dies. And I'm like, I'm not going to tell you if the dog dies or not. And she's like, yeah, but I'm not going to keep going if the dog dies. So tell me now. So, aren't people saying most things are woke now? Yes, they are. But I feel like that's I talked about it on the Gen X Wing podcast. Shout out to Jamie, of course, over the Gen X Wing podcast. I talked about it on their stream, and I've talked about it here before, where, as far as the algorithm goes, as far as content creation goes, you hear a lot of people talk about the woke stuff when it comes to sci-fi and Star Wars, Predator, Game of Thrones. You hear the woke stuff all the time, right? But then you leave your house and you go to Comic-Cons, you go out on Halloween, and people don't talk about it like that. They don't talk about it like that. It's a loud minority that is like consistently attacking all these shows for being woke. It's not the majority. And there are shows that I would say, for lack of better phrasing, I would throw that out there at them and say they failed because that was more of a focus than the like actual story. 1000%. There's tons of examples I can give where that happens. But in 2026, at the point of 2026, yelling things being woke before even watching them, to me, is wild. It's wild. You've learned nothing. And, speaking of sci-fi, Star Trek being called woke to me is, and I fell for it. Because back in the day, I used to consume a lot of the content where they're like, Discovery, blah, 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 it's woke, blah, blah. And then I was like, first of all, I started watching it. We started watching it. But then I was like, wait a minute. I was like, we're saying Star Trek is woke? Star Trek's been woke since episode 1. if that's how we want to phrase it. So like, what are we talking about? What are we talking about? But these content creators that ride that bandwagon and are still talking about it in 2026, they don't have any other content. They don't have any other content. And in fact, a lot of these people that have blown up on YouTube, they just went straight politics. Because at a certain point, how many times are you going to drop a video about Star Wars being woke? Like, it gets old. It gets old. So they do politics now. And now somebody like Star Wars Theory discovers the fandom menace side, and now he's dropping these videos a whole 6 years later. A whole 6 years later. If most things are woke, I have insomnia. Yeah. I think people get woke and confused with modern. Yeah. So, when I think about, I'll say woke gone wrong, I would go with, for sure, the sequel trilogy, right? Like, Rey never struggling to do anything, to me, was a problem. I will still say that's a problem. I think of the Batwoman show, Batgirl show that was on CW. Especially when Rose, whatever her name was, left, and then the other girl came on, I felt like it was just like sometimes too on the nose. Some of the things on the show were just too on the nose. But there's also the other shows that were just collateral damage. And to me, the collateral damage is because of Last Jedi. At this point, until the day I die, I will always blame Last Jedi for being the tipping point of people being like, especially when it comes to sci-fi stuff, that's woke. And actually, this is one where I will never let this go. I made a whole video about this. And in hindsight, after so many years, I don't regret making the video, but I feel like, you're the reason why we have this problem in the first place. You're the reason we have this problem. When Marvel debuted the New Warriors and they had Safe Space and Snowflake, those were their actual names of the characters. I was like, all right, you're giving the other side all the ammunition they need. This group here was all the ammunition they needed. I hated it. I made a whole video about this thing. Then they dropped when it happened, I thought it was a joke. They dropped a YouTube video from the creators explaining all the characters, and they had to disable the comments in the video and like turn off the likes and stuff in the video. It was a whole thing. But he had screen time on here. Meme obsessed super teen whose brain became connected to the internet after becoming exposed to his grandfather's experimental internet gas. Now you can see augmented reality and real-time maps and can instantly Google any fact. Does this make him effectively a genius? Sure acts like it does. Snowflake in Safe Space. Psychic twins. All twins are psychic, but they're psychic-er. Snowflake, a cryokinetic, can materialize snowflake-shaped shuriken projectiles for throwing. Safe Space can materialize pink force fields, but he can't inhibit them himself. The reflex only works if he's protecting others. They're hyper aware of modern culture and optics, and they see super heroics as post-ironic meditation on using violence to combat bullying. A post-ironic meditation on using violence to combat like, I was like, are you trying to like fail on purpose? It was, I thought it was a joke. B negative. Teen living vampire. Exposed to Michael Morbius's blood as a child in a rogue but life-saving medical procedure. Still ages like a regular kid, but has the abilities of Morbius. He's also obsessed with all the music and attitude of a classic long past decade, like the 90s and the 2000s. The world's a vampire, so am I. Trailblazer, she got the most shit. Regular kid scooped up into the world of teenage superheroing. Her magic backpack is actually a pocket dimension with seemingly infinite space from which she can pull out useful or random objects. It's not always under her control. She claims to get her powers from a god, but not the god you're thinking of. They made Dora the Explorer. The Spanish overweight girl has a backpack with powers. So when stuff like this happens, I'm like, God damn it. You're doing the woke thing. You're doing the woke thing, but not in a good way. It's making us look bad. You know? And this wasn't a joke. It blew my mind. But I feel like those are the rare cases and everything else gets wrapped up into it. And it's not the same. It's not the same. But yeah. I think I've seen those twice in the last 3 to 4 years. Looks like a joke, to be honest. Yeah. Yeah. It's wild. It's wild. But, you know, speaking of Star Wars, there was news this week, again, of Kathleen Kennedy stepping down over at Star Wars. I will cheer with the best of them the day it actually happens. I will. Everybody here sharing the story again. It's the same story every single year. And they all reference the same exact website. Puck News. Puck News is a company that, first of all, this is just their probable Hollywood predictions, right? So it wasn't even like a real story. But they said this last year. And here's the thing. When it comes to the I just closed out something. I don't know what I closed out. Oh, new subscriber. Here's the thing. If you make a story every single year that Kathleen Kennedy's leaving and Bob Iger's leaving, eventually it's going to happen. Eventually it's going to happen because they're old. They're both in their 70s. Of course, at some point they're going to leave. But it's crazy to me that like there's nothing else to talk about in Star Wars and people just keep grabbing the story. They keep grabbing the same story. Kathleen Kennedy's leaving. Great. Cool. And I was talking about it with Nilda on Appetite for Collectibles. Make sure you give a subscribe over there. You know, at a certain point, is Kathleen Kennedy the problem? Is she the problem? Because she also has a good resume. She does, whether you want to admit it or not. So I don't know. The story, it's old. It's an old story. I think Star Wars needs more than just her changing out. I don't think Kevin Feige, or sorry, John Favreau, Dave Filoni. I don't think Dave Filoni on his own is going to be able to fix Star Wars. They need a lot to happen, but most people don't care. At the end of the day, most people can care less. They just watched the OG stuff. The kids like the new stuff. Star Wars makes money every year. They keep it moving. It's like the Ghostbusters show on Netflix, LOL, or Ghostbusters 3 for years. It's coming. Just hang on a little bit longer. Yeah. But it's real this time. Yeah. Like watching a kid consistently shooting 3-pointers and failing, hoping and praying for it to finally work that one time. Yeah. They should put her leaving on Kalesh or Polymark so you can try to make money from gambling at least. It probably is on Polymark. Probably is. Probably is. But I think that's all I got for today, guys and gals. Let me head over to Legacy of Nerd, see if he has posted anything that we may have missed. But I think we covered a lot of this already. Of course, shout out to the there's all this Power Ranger news as well. I haven't looked into it yet, so I'm going to hold off on talking about it because I don't know anything about it. I will circle back to that. What was the Stranger Things episode supposed to be? The conformity gate. Shout out to the conformity gate theories. That was fun. It was fun thinking that was going to happen. Didn't happen. But we did get Sebastian Stan rumored to play Harvey Dent, and I think it's confirmed. I think it has been confirmed. So I'm excited for that. Sebastian Stan being wasted at the moment. I feel like he could play young Luke Skywalker 7 days a week, and we don't have that. We also don't have a live action Cal Kestis. Is what it is. But this is a good one. I'm down for this. I would love to see Sebastian Stan play a bad guy. Would love it. I think he'd nail it. I think he would nail it. So shout out to Sebastian Stan on that. And yeah, I think that's it. X-Men, Stranger Things, and the Batman thing. That was a lot of the news over the last week. Stop clock method of journalism, yeah. The secret episode, yeah. I wish it was a real thing. I mean, we have a live action Cal. We do, yeah. They just don't, and they don't use them. The dude's like, I'll do it. He says it all the time, I'll do it. Nope. Practical makeup, please. Yeah. Instead of CGI for Two-Face, yeah. And hire my man Tony to do it. Hire my man Tony. I think that's it. Right? Yeah, that's it. But shout out to all of you. I appreciate you guys being here and stopping by and hanging out as we talk all things nerdy. I'm sad though. The Christmas tree is gonna go down, and his Santa hat's also gonna go. Is what it is. But yeah, make sure you guys are following us on Instagram and Facebook, Nerd Affiliated, and the Real Nerd Busters, because that's where all the cosplay stuff's going. Like the Good Samaritan over here. So good. But yeah, I should make it somehow Ghostbusters. The ideas are endless. They are endless. Millennium Workshop. There you go. Helping me out every day. Good show, yeah. Appreciate you guys. Appreciate all of you. 3D print the skeleton, a crown. I should do that actually. You guys are great. I appreciate all of you. And as they say, stay frosty, but stay safe. Like, comment, subscribe, talk to all you nerds in the next video. Peace. I'm out of here.
What? Huh? More specifically, vodka, whiskey, beer, tequila, more beer, more vodka, more whiskey, and more beer.
Yeah, come on, push a button. Push a goddamn button.
Austin 316 says I just whipped your ass.